School.
All right.
This meeting is being recorded.
This meeting is being.
So I always keep it in gallery mode anyway. Is that just me being weird?
Huh?
I always keep it in gallery mode, like just in general.
I do, but when you record to the cloud, the cloud recording does its own little stream of everybody, and it does all the editing for me. Like I don't actually edit the video on this, other than chopping out anything that shouldn't have been said, anything that might put somebody in a compromising position.
So you probably be on my joint like, damn, she. I
was the worst, and Damon was the worst at first. Me and Damon were just spitting all types of ridiculous. But I mean, it was part of getting to know each other, so it wasn't really spitting ridiculous. We really just speaking the truth. And I guess that's one thing to share with you, Quentin. And I guess I gotta give T-Bay a proper introduction in a second here too. But that's one thing is when it comes to editing, we really do try to look out for everybody, make sure nobody's caught out there saying something that was a little too private. Like we want to make sure everybody can still speak freely on here and really go in. Like we really do go in when we talk here, but there's some stuff that does get cut out just to, if anybody's uncomfortable or whatever. But usually the fellas are just like, man, whatever I say, roll with it. And that shit makes me nervous. I'm like, man, one of these days I'm gonna catch somebody saying some shit. They be like, why the fuck you leave that in?
I might slip up, so I'll let you know.
Perfect. Yeah, Mid was comfortable doing that at the beginning. He used to be like, yo, can you cut out this? So anytime, don't ever worry about that. Feel comfortable with anything.
Right.
Yeah, like I always like the talking about Felipe's, and then like Nico and Nomadic. I'm always like, well, with because you don't want to dismiss anybody, even if it's not malicious, you know what I'm saying? Like it's still supposed to be all in good fun. So I try to be conscious of that, but outside of that, I don't know what I'll be talking about.
When I go back to edit, I'm like, damn.
Yo, it's right.
Shut the fuck up.
Right. Well, I told you, I was like, y'all talk a lot, yo. I did not realize I talked this much. Yeah.
But it's helping me learn that shit so I can work on it, man. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate the patience. Y'all's patience with that shit too, man. But Bear, I want to make sure you get to meet Quentin, man. Quentin's a brother I met. I kind of mentioned him on the thread. Met him back in the 90s through the brother that taught me to make beats, Rashid. And we've kept contact off and on throughout the years. We met through Twitter because he could relate to some of the stuff we were going through. He's got a storied history in music himself. And Sheed is in love with one of his beats. I mean, he's also going to take over our website and turn that into something serious instead of this rickety ass little house on the corner that it is right now.
Little house.
And
I like that house, though. But
I'm cool with it, but it ain't doing what it can do with somebody who knows how to make the wheels spin and put some rims on the trick. So,
throw some D's on that bit.
And just for a little background on the web stuff. So I spent 24 years basically designing and coding for the web. And I mean it was my life pretty much. It was actually what helped me pull myself out of the industry game. I found out that I could make some actual money designing and building websites, and I did that and started a few companies, and kind of took off from there, and then retired last year. So
the first clients were what?
Adobe. When I went solo, Adobe was my first major client. Before that, when I started a company, my first company, not solo, I did work for MTV, VH1, Bank of America. So I mean, I kind of floated around throughout the years, won a few awards and all that good stuff. And then got lazy and started doing what everybody else was doing on the web and started hating it. And so now I'm trying to get back to what I loved about doing it to begin with, and kind of infusing it with my love of music and all that good stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to do something that gets this thing like really moving.
Yeah, we reconnected back in I think January, and we started having weekly conversations. Like I started with mid school before he came on board. We speak for a couple hours a week. We've got a few recorded sessions ourselves. I mean, mid school have some as well. We're just kind of getting really familiar with each other and kind of talking about the shit we've been going through in life and how we can relate through some of the headaches and hardships and the lessons. And we're both coming through the back end of some of that stuff. So we could relate quite a bit on some of that stuff. And he's also an audiophile. He has a tech background. He'll be I think he's going to be the resident grouch, the team grouch.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
And I don't mean grouch in a bad way. I mean in that he's like, yo, we were talking when he talked about, and when we spoke, and he's like, yo, I'm very opinionated on music. And he sticks firmly to his opinions, and I respect and love that. Appreciate that. I think that's going to add a nice dynamic.
Just to give you a taste, I do not rock and have never rocked with Biggie or Pac. The end.
Okay.
You'll get no argument from me though.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Yeah,
all right, good.
I don't think either of them were as dope as we remember them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get.
Pac had a couple songs I thought was all right.
Oh, shit.
Big had a couple songs I thought was all right, but neither of them was like the top 5 greatest all time. Nah, not even close.
I'm glad to hear that. Actually,
I gotta support that. Like Pac lost me after Strictly for My Niggas. He lost me after that album. And Biggie, I mean, I agree. Biggie, unbelievable. It's certain records from Biggie I love, but yeah, I was there during the time. It's a lot of MCs out here, and it's you slighting a lot of people when you just put certain people at the top just because of a tragedy or whatever.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. So I support you on that one. I feel that one.
You know how often I hear that? Never.
Really?
What up, Damon? They go to homie.
I nearly got into a fist fight at a bar with that, just letting somebody know that. Like, yeah. Back in the day, when they were still alive, I was still like, nah, I'm not feeling it.
Unbelievable. Maybe Who Shot You?
But
the
that
original,
was production.
the original, One More Chance.
Production.
I like Suicidal Thoughts too.
Yes. Ooh, yeah.
That.
Basically, I like Ready to Die.
Yeah,
but no,
I'd say about half of Ready to Die, most of it.
I like Ready to Die. The double joint was just, it was all right.
Whatever Bear say, I'm with.
Kicking the door was the shit.
See,
Yeah,
here we go. I didn't bring this topic up to mine, man. Don't jump on me. I didn't bring it up.
That was how I introduced myself, pretty much.
Yeah. The mom.
Everybody feel.
I got into it with a young lady over Biggie, and that was like 2 years ago.
Word.
That's her guy. I can't tell her nothing.
So you and Q might get along really well then. Jamon, this Quentin is I did a whole intro a minute ago when we started recording. So I don't know. And we got who else got we got Alex and
Alex come in as mid school.
Yeah, so since we record, I probably won't do a whole introduction, but I mentioned him on the thread. So he's the newest member of the squad, about to lead the web team or the web, our presence on the web, at least, the website or whatever. He's gonna revamp that. He's got a big history with websites, and he's a guru.
Okay.
And he's got a history of music as well. He's definitely a dope ass producer. Rashid's already hit him up for a beat.
Really? Okay. What up, Q?
Yeah,
man.
I heard that, John. I was begging for it before the drums really kicked in. I was like, So how can I?
Wow. Okay.
What you trying to do with that?
Right? Still in beats on the sneak attack.
Hey, look, man.
Before he was even squad, she was hitting him up.
Yo, that thing was fire, yo. I like the vision. Everything about it was there already. I feel like Damon, Damon drinks be. I feel like I'm like, yo, I see the vision. I still don't have no hook though. I still don't have no hook for it.
Look, you like it. I'm glad you like it. I've been holding on to that for at least 10 years. So,
wow.
And you know the beauty of not having a beauty of this, you don't need a hook. We got a DJ if you're struggling for a hook.
Exactly.
He's a hook factory and shit.
What
and we got
did with that,
and Kareem. We got a whole squad that you can hit one of these dudes up for a hook too, man.
Yes.
Oh, I was just saying about Damon, yo. Damon is the hook man, yo.
Oh, I can get you the hook. Yeah.
Yo, I ain't heard a whack hook from Damon or nothing yet, yo. Like, every time I listen to something.
But that one T-Bed did that. Well, my life, I didn't have a hook. He put that Nas and that Big Daddy Kane in there.
Yeah.
Man, that's one of my favorites. That's their in rotation right now.
Yeah. They
Man, and the power of GRYSKLL, what the fuck, man? I was just watching like 7 times in the car. Like, we can't get over it. I was just telling my girl, like, man, that shit hot. She's like, yeah, I was watching it at work. Just on my break.
Dragon's pitchfork, pressing the buttons, pulling the levers, helping keep our tip. Really? I'm gonna send this anyway.
Change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Now I
GRYSKLL is the crew that we co-founded. If you're watching this, that means you found it. We're very rare, we have a DJ T-Bear. His blends are smooth, they get you out your chair. One to Dial is the name and you heard it. His raps on a Friday, serve fish. Thinking fast, Tobias Black, a rap class, connoisseur, extraordinaire, entrepreneur, and Damon Duchan, the Don from the Shy, is lyrical and a fly guy. Dragon's pitchfork, pressing the buttons, pulling the levers, helping keep our mental health together.
Yeah, we gon' keep it together. Keep it together, we gon' keep it together. GRYSKLL, piece it together. Keep it together. Together. Keep it together. Let's do this. The mind to shine. And then together we build with real rhymes for real. The crew keeping it real. The only way to reveal that you weren't living last night. We was popping like pills. So get that ass Brandon, that boy batted and will. Not lose Kareem, use the attitude you can use. Brainstorming headshots, knock you out of your shoes. Shout out to Miss School, my whole squad, oohs and ahs. Drunk driving, hell no, but we crashing the bar. We link up and link hard and let the crowd respond. From me to you ain't nothing new, years under the sun. Been done like we still do with couple son of a gun. Sam cooking up a plan for a change to come. GRYSKLL battle cat till our kingdom come. 1 in a million, ask Aaliyah how much damage was done. To a young nation catching cases, running bases for fun. Who that peeking through my window? I ain't seen him in months. My mob goody hoodied up, about to roll up a blunt. GRYSKLL affiliate, this as good as it gets. We instrument beams, my team get a lot of respect. No punchline, but a verse could put a hole in your chest. GRYSKLL.
GRYSKLL.
Woo, by the power of GRYSKLL.
The way that shit came together, man, I'm in love with that whole story behind that song, everything, man.
Right? What up, Kareem?
To have Bears,
what up, man?
Cuts.
My guy.
That thing came together lovely, yo.
And you know,
what a video.
I think I cut it out last week's episode, man. But I think I said in there that I think it'd be dope for you and Kareem to do a project together, a little mini, like a tray bag or EP or something like that. Y'all would be a fucking problem together.
I got you.
Yes. Support.
Great Hope and Spawn doing their thing, man.
Right, boy. What is going on? Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna share something later on. This one track, pretty good. I ain't gonna get too charged up, not yet.
Yo, I'm excited about something about what you got going on though, man. What you said last night. I'm excited about that. About if you gonna go back at it, man.
Oh, what's that? The NFT?
Nah, that's racist.
Oh, racist. Yeah. I said that racist. Yeah, I got to go back over and iron it out. But yeah, it's coming together. I don't know. It's in there. So I just want y'all can listen to it. It's in that. It's in there. So I don't know how I feel about it, but
yeah, it'd be good to get other opinions too, man.
Yeah.
Shit, somebody else might be like, "Yo, Shy, you lunching," and I fully fall back if somebody be like, "No," because I listened to it again today, and I was like, and I was vibing to it still. So it'd be interesting to hear other opinions on it, man.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough topic to tackle because I almost say rapist, like racist. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough topic. So even if y'all feel like you got a verse for it, I'll take one of those verses out of that. Like, I ain't tripping about nothing, right? I know Kareem got something, but
it's in your folder.
Yeah, it's on a drive.
I hadn't heard it, but I'll check for it.
Okay,
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I like what Reese did. He made that. I think I can tell you talked to him about after we had to talk about mixing. I was like, how you said fuller and bringing body to the joint. I can see he brought some body out of that beat too. So I love what he did with that, man. He really and that's with the 2-track. That's without the stems. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, without the stems, exactly. That's just without the stems.
Yeah. So is that what he did for One More? Did he do that? Did he have to do some magic with One More? No, One More was pretty much clean when it came,
clean.
Right?
Yeah, it was very clean. Yeah. One More was very clean. Yeah.
I'm amazed.
Yeah. Did you have anybody else spoke to him? To Reese?
Nah, I sent him actually I gotta ping him again. I sent him a text last week about a joint. I might want to have him do one that I was working on with Kareem and one of my old folks.
Okay.
Back in the day, it's one where it's more of a cleanup job, kind of like this one.
Temple Tapes.
I can't get to the original. Yeah, Temple Tapes. If we get that, it's gonna be a nice little dirty side joint. We're just gonna throw out there one day. And I got a little phone conversation with a brother I ain't talked to in 20 years. I recorded our first time talking. So we caught up, and he was actually in the car with Lord when he passed, man. So he's the first time I've actually heard him recount the story, all that. It was, I was in tears that night. He fucked my head up that night, man. But it was like this song is special just for that purpose, and it's kind of got a tape feel. It's kind of dirty. My verse was something I recorded a few years back, and I recorded the joint just to test the beat, and it's just a real dirty beat. So Kareem came on, and then I was just letting him hear it, and he sent me back a verse to it, and that he picked up perfectly the way he picked up, and he brought life to the song. So I was like, shit. And I was like, yo, it only makes sense to try and reach back to my man Buddha and see if Buddha would jump on the joint with us just to really tie it back in, because my verse was really talking about the story from kind of describing that era back then. So to have somebody from that era to come on and just and he was actually one of the people I was talking about in the verse when I was describing the shit. So to have him come back on and him kind of speak to it just makes it a special song to me. And I like the fact that it's going to be real dirty, because most of our shit back then was recorded straight to cassette. We were
straight to cassette.
Straight to cassette. So that's why I said that. That's why I got a line in there. I say straight to cassette, and then Kareem picks that up and brings it back to life. So it's just a little dirty joint. I think it'll be nice there for the collectors. I think the collectors will appreciate this.
Okay. Very good projects to work on. Very good project. You gonna feel so good after that, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that one's special, man. And you know, packaging up and releasing that interview and maybe getting visuals with Buddha and all that would really mean a lot to try and, you know, kind of tie it together and just kind of put a bow on that one, that little era that's still kind of digs at me a little bit.
They took a set.
Yeah, make some closure for me, I think.
Yes.
I needed, so that should be real good. Yo, you said you had something you wanted to make sure we recorded for tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what it was. Yo, we talked about it a bit last night, and last night I started to say, yo, we got to cover this tomorrow. But then I remember we wasn't really gonna record, so I was like, I'm gonna let it slide. So it had to do with either. I don't think it was the Whoopi joint, so it had to be the.
It was a male.
Let me touch on the what?
It was a dude, right? Were we talking about something?
Then we talk about Kanye.
I don't know if we talked about Kanye.
Cool.
Hey Q, what else did we talk about last night? Pop culture wise or worldly? It was the football joint. Was it the football joint? Bill Belichick?
But I don't. Maybe that's.
I hate Bill Belichick.
You said you hate him?
You don't like Bill Belichick.
All right, well let's go right there then. That's cool. That might be what it was. I don't know. So why?
I've never liked him. It's just something about. Yeah, I'm a Jets fan. Yeah, but I've never liked Belichick. It's like when Brady left, it kind of showed me that, okay, I don't hate Brady as much as I thought I did. It's Belichick. I don't like his leadership. I don't like the way he moves. There's something about him. I just, I get slave master vibes, yo. I don't like him.
Oh yeah.
So all right. So here's what kind of got us there, right? So we was talking about the Brian Flores joint, right?
Okay.
And I was saying, I think Belichick sent him the text message on purpose. I think he knew who he was texting. I think he sent it to him on purpose.
I like the way you think.
Okay.
I like the way you think, bro. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Nah, I mean that's kind of no. To give him some ammo.
Some ammo.
For if, like, so you know, both of them were under Belichick at some point in time. So I think Belichick was like, yo, how they gonna hire somebody and then run this dude through this fake ass interview process just to check the box? All right. And then by being in text, you know, he kind of gives himself the, I made a mistake. It ain't like I called him. You know what I'm saying? I shot him a text. They both Brian's, you know, I might have hit the wrong beat. I think he sent the joint to him on purpose to give him some ammo to kind of start this discussion.
So you a Patriots fan?
Hell no, not even close. Not even close.
I mean, so what makes you feel that way? Like you just?
Because I think that's one hell of a oops.
Okay.
I don't think
too. Last night you said that both of the coaches both worked under Belichick, so Belichick knew both of them intimately and closely.
Yeah, they both worked for him, but I don't. That's just one hell of a oops, bro. And granted, it's a good little boys network, so maybe he was like, "Yo, I really thought it was Kate."
You see, they hired Lovi Smith. You see, Lovi Smith got a job.
I did.
So now we have two black head coaches, Tomlin and Lovi Smith.
Yeah, but Lovi wasn't Lovi thrown in there after that was after the play was on the. Belichick. Belichick don't make mistakes. Belichick really don't make too many mistakes.
Not like that, yo. Not like that.
Expose the whole good old boy network.
And then to retract it.
I mean, that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
I don't. It ain't like I hit him up like, yo, did you do that on purpose? You know what I'm saying? So I don't.
We don't know.
I don't really have a source, but that just that just kind of seems like how it may have happened.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that too. But then in response, they hired Lovi. So now dude kind of look like the, you know what I'm saying, the asshole at this point.
Nah, I think he still got a gripe, yo. The way everything about that is it smells. And we all know, let's go appease these brothers. All right, hire Lovi. Lovi's been here before. Is Lovi going to be, I don't even know who hired him, but will he be there 2 years from now?
But now they were talking about that this morning on what was it? Keyshawn's show, Keyshawn and Jay Will. How, you know, Lovi Smith in the past when he was a coach before, my man had a winning record. He had winning records and they fired his ass. So Ryan it's like with the black coaches, they don't care. Like, you could win, but we still looking at getting rid of you, man. So
so it'll be interesting.
Well, we wanted him out of here in Chicago. What do you think, T? I wanted him out when they got to the Super Bowl. When they got to the Super Bowl, he kept playing. He didn't play McNown. He kept trying to play Cutler or some shit. Totally gave away the Super Bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want Lovi gone. He too nice. He a very nice guy. I don't know. Ain't Lovi. He's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? You need hard nose.
Lovi. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. Don't get me wrong.
That was Chicago, though.
Yeah, he was so nice. He gave up the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We could have had that. Our defense was kicking.
I don't remember that. Like,
I'm trying to remember what was this.
Super Bowl.
We went against the Colts. Wasn't it the Colts?
Okay.
It was Chicago.
Peyton, back in the new days.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. That's when we had Urlacher. We had that hellified defense. That defense, Bears were like
Brian Urlacher, yeah.
Devin Hester. Remember Devin Hester ran the kick back, the first kick in the Super Bowl. He ran that motherfucker back. Then Lovi took him out. Lovi took him out. Hell, man, crazy.
I'm gonna have to go rewatch that.
Don't get me started.
I remember the run back. I remember that deep, like, but
I don't. The first play of the game.
I don't remember that game at all, yo. Like, I remember as you're talking about. I'm like, oh snap, but I'm gonna have to see if I can find that on YouTube or something, yo.
Man, he has to. Yeah, he tells his story how they held him back, how Lovi held him back, and the Bears and stuff. So Lovi plays with the system, though. You know what I'm saying? He a good person to kind of convey, you know what I'm saying, from the top to the bottom and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was thinking that same thing about Belichick. That's interesting right there. That's interesting right there.
And like you just said about Lovi, he's a good person to put in that spot.
Right. So
he ain't gonna really make too many waves. We kind of check the box, you know, give us a leg to stand on. You know, wow, we really just didn't want the guy. You know, look, we did hire one of them. You know what I'm saying? Right.
It's interesting. They say a dude committed career suicide, they said.
He did. And I think he knew that. I think he knew that going in.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it career suicide?
Who's going to hire him?
I'm going to get after that.
Why am I not going to hire him?
Because you know he'll blow the whistle on your ass if you do some wrong
there you
shit.
go.
You do some foul shit, he's going to be the one that's going to bring shine some light.
What am I doing? What am I doing in my organization that I'm worried about?
No.
What am I doing?
We're doing our own thing, and we don't want nothing to get out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever we doing, we don't want nobody to know about it.
It ain't even that. Really what it is I told you to go shut. And now get out there and shut, or you ain't going to shut. That's really what it boils down to. I got the power. I don't have to hire you.
Like, aren't the
let me make an example out of you.
Aren't the former? Well, I'm not even gonna say the name. Let me cut that out. I ain't gonna say that name.
But the
Washington football team.
Right?
Aren't they going through some investigation now, or didn't they go through one for some foul back office and dirty stuff going on with like women and the cheerleaders and all that?
Yeah,
they got another one going on now. But that's a part of what got your boy what's his name hemmed up last year while he was on the Raiders.
The email trail, Gruden.
Yeah, Gruden.
Yeah.
I admire his, his willingness to go at it. You know what I mean? And,
integrity, man.
Yeah, so if you feel like you can absorb that, or it's worth absorbing, and it might be a college program or something. So I don't think he's like unemployable.
Yeah,
but
right.
I think
they said college.
But I'm not mad at him for sticking to his guns. Like, if you feel like you're being wrong, if you feel like everybody is being wronged except for a subset of the people, then that's admirable to me.
He feels like he's being wrong, and that's not very admirable.
I think it's him, but I think he knows it's bigger than him.
Yes. But he also knows his worth. Right.
His situation obviously is the launching point, but I think he's trying to, the old, plant seeds for a tree you'll never get to use the shade of.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they was kind of running down like the various points throughout NFL history where, the first black player, then talking about the 70s where they wouldn't let black people be quarterback, and then Doug Williams kind of came through, and then kind of building on that. Like, when you listen to that, it's like, man, it's wild, man. And you see it, it exists, but
right. Doug Williams was just yesterday. That was my lifetime, and that's very slow. That's very slow process. Right. Point blank, these brothers got to get it together. These millionaires, these young dudes with these contracts, Henry Ruggs, drinking and driving, 8 kids. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys doing? You guys are millionaires. Just like we in this room right now, we could link up. If we was all millionaires, we can definitely try to do something toward changing the culture a little bit more. A lot of times they try to fall back on us, the public. Like, what are you gonna do about Magic Johnson and all that? What are y'all gonna do? Y'all the ones in that. You know what I'm saying? They should be doing more to get that access, get a team or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's hard to break into that network, man.
It is.
It's like, the rules are the rules, but right or wrong, if you're not gonna let me buy it, it doesn't matter what I have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
but majority rules, does it not?
No, not there.
Magic Johnson either.
If you hit their pockets, they'll come around. If you find a way to stunt their money, they gonna come around. They gonna at least listen and negotiate. They gonna make some changes. Like,
you see us
right? That's what I'm saying.
But we out there every Black Friday. So us to come together to stop something with we have the power to do it, but shit, ain't nobody willing to give up their corn chips and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because stone meet the glass house, right? Like, I don't think I'm super frivolous with my loot, but I also couldn't sit here and be like, oh man, I do everything so responsibly.
But
you know what I mean?
Right.
So
none of us.
We all faulty.
Right. So right. That's what I'm saying. So when I think about it like that, kind of like I was saying about the mandatory shots. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm all in for freedom of speech, but that doesn't matter unless enough people take a stand. Right? Us arguing amongst ourselves about whether people should or shouldn't do it is not really going to change anything. Everybody needs to decide we're not doing it, and then have enough pull to put your foot down. That's how the change happens. But if it's a 50-50 split, all right, go ahead, we'll hire somebody else. Go ahead, we'll hire somebody else. Your whole organization don't show up for a week and a half, you in trouble.
All right. Let the white boys play. You're right. We just have to watch white football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At what point do they do that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
And could we, the power brokers, the people that have the money, could literally go start their own league? But would the people that are rich already step back and say, all right, instead of making $700,000 per game. I'm gonna go ahead and play for 70 grand for this year because I'm set already. But let's establish this league, get this thing off the ground, and put a really competitive product on the field that could rival the NFL.
Yeah, take the chance to do it.
Who's going to run it? You know, do we Donald Trump the USFL because somebody mad that they not getting the chance to do what they want to do? Like it's, you know, when you start talking about real money like that, you know, it's a much harder decision to make, man.
I don't know. Well, I guess it's just gonna keep on going and going because most of these stories, man, this stuff be trickling to the neighborhoods. These guys be million-dollar contracts. I was just reading about Hurd. I forget his first name, Hurd, but it was the other guy, Steve McNair. He passed away. One of these guys passed. The quarterback passed away.
The quarterback, yeah, Steve McNair.
Man, but that money, Hurd, he got busted trying to bring in $20 million worth of coke and $10,000 worth of that stuff was going to the neighborhoods. All this stuff be funneled to the neighborhoods, and we be frenzying over these guys. I don't know. It's just something very meticulously going on, and how it trickles down to the neighborhoods, and we acting crazy. You see these big, Ray Carew? What's not Ray Carew? What's the old boy name?
Yeah, that's him. In Charlotte. Charlotte. Yeah.
What's the man? The tight end for the Patriots. Tight end for the Patriots.
Oh, you talking about Gonzalez?
Oh,
Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez.
Thugged out. You know what I'm saying? It just blows my mind how thugged out they are, and the connection that they have to the neighborhood. That they trickling the money down, and we acting funny, trying to keep them. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing right with the money. I see what you're saying, but if they did right with the money, I see some of these guys probably shouldn't have control of their money. They're getting hit in the head every Sunday. They shouldn't have control of their money a little bit more. But you know, like they marry a white girl. I mean, I got a white girl. She cool, but I ain't no millionaire. Maybe it's similar, but at the same time, that money goes back. Like they say, they married the owner's daughter, so the money goes back to the owner. So it's kind of crazy like that. I don't know, just something to it. Where these guys are still, they really into it. They really want it. They gotta get there.
Hernandez was really that dude, yo. Like he wasn't on some old trying to play tough. That mug was really a
yes. He was
really about it. So yeah, you know, I don't know how you. I don't think any amount of money, if it's that deeply ingrained in you, making it. I don't think making it changes you. You know, Ray Carew didn't want to have a baby.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. We could just separate, sweetie. Like, I don't want to be with you, baby. I'm not going to chase you down and try to shoot you.
And the baby. Like, you're not going to get caught.
That's crazy. Snap. It's that snap we talking about. It's that snap we talking about, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but
that's a long ass snap. That's a long ass snap. There's a lot going on there.
Damn, they want to have a baby. In other news, in GRYSKLL, so that's a tough one right there. I ain't got nothing to say after that.
No, but what's the haps for next week? What we releasing next week?
Stereotypical. Well, yeah. What's the status with that? So we can't get the wave. We can't get a wave for the. I told Kareem I was going to go through and just see if I could kind of do some stuff around the EQ on the MP3 and see what we can get it to sound like. So I'll make sure I get that knocked out. And yeah, how did it sound to you? Like, what was it? Just because is it like the mix without the cuts? How did that sound to you, Bear?
Hell, I think it was decent. I really wasn't listening like that.
Okay, because I thought it was a pretty good mix without the cuts, but I didn't like listen with like a discerning ear. It's just nothing stood out to me and bothered me. How did you feel about the mix sheet? Like the one that
I honestly don't remember. I don't think I listened to it because when we started talking about it, Bear was like, "Yo, it's going to be the same as kind of Born Is Now. It's going to be an MP3 and then my scratches. So I didn't even really listen to it. So I'll do that though. All right.
I'm kind of comfortable with that sound a little bit, like having non-perfect mixes for some of this stuff, and kind of like that straight to cassette feeling. It's kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Some of the shit like this is their underground shit. Like let it sound like underground shit. Used to sound a little bit. So.
Say no more. Yeah, that's cool. I'm with that.
Comfortable with that. All right. For certain songs, but like songs like like the One More and Keep the Change and some of these big ones. And Stereotypical sounds good as shit to me. I think it sounded good as shit to me when I heard it. Like when I heard Bear's cuts that night he was playing them, it sounded great through Zoom. I don't know what it sounded like mixed. I don't think it needed much on the mix, did it?
I'll add them in there and play. I mean, unless somebody else want to do it, I'll add them drinks and get it out. You know
man, I love what you're doing so far, man. I appreciate it. Shit.
And then Damon, you on deck for the week after? You got something queued up? No, Matt, you got okay. All right. And we supposed to have the Support Your Local Weed Man joints by the 13th. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even listened to the beat, let alone started writing.
I knew that's crazy. I just spoke to the I just talked to the because the club is downstairs and the studio is upstairs.
Okay.
So I talked to Chris today. He owns the studio upstairs, and I asked him, does he have any connection to the club downstairs? He said he does the sound for downstairs.
Okay.
So he can actually create a live version of your, have a live recording of your performance.
What you got going on in the club? Okay.
Yeah, so he'll record that upstairs. So I asked if he knows the guy. He said he knows the guy. He's like, yeah, good people with him and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's interesting and shit like that. So, but at the 13th, see, damn.
Yeah. But I'm cool with pushing that back a week. Like I said, I ain't even start writing.
Wait a minute, by the 13th, is that our standards or his standard?
No, that's what we said. We was.
We can push it back now. All right, good. I thought he needed it by the 13th.
Last year, and then we dropped it. Okay. So I think we brought it up a couple calls ago. Calls were like, yo, let's just put a date to it, so we start moving some chains. I think as long as we have a date and we can move it, at least we can move a date. We didn't have a date at all before, so I have no problem moving a date. Yeah, okay. We got a full February. I think that's got to be a March thing, especially if you dropping a Black Mavs joint. You talking about dropping a?
Yeah, we ain't even do that yet either. So we'll put it out Monday.
Do we have a track yet for the weed guy?
Huh?
Yeah, I forget what beat we said, but yeah, we did pick a beat. It's in the notes.
Okay.
It's in the notes. Yeah.
All right. So what part of the map are you from, Q? And do you support your local weed man?
So I'm in Ellicott City, Maryland.
Okay.
Like pretty much down the street from Baltimore. And so my local weed man was a dispensary up the street. So
what?
We talked about doing a trade bag at some point possibly for him, but they were like, yo, definitely support the cause. He's offered to support us and
how many bars?
Put a push behind it. Huh?
How many bars or?
Yo, Sheed, you remember? Oh, he's talking Cayman probably. I think we were doing the usual, like, what was it? 8 to 12, I think is what he said, since everybody's on there. And I'm always comfortable with somebody. What I really want to do on something is have somebody like come in and drop like 4 bars, and then come back in, drop 2 or something like that. Like really play with the arrangement on something like that. It's probably better when we're all in the same room. But if y'all can figure out a way to do something like that on some of these, that'd be dope too. I really love the passing back and forth joints, like the way
share a Google Doc.
Paris used to do it, huh?
Share a Google Doc.
Yeah.
Writing.
Yeah.
Right. You write something in the Google Doc, and then your line, I come in and boom, boom, boom. Right. And then it's not on, you know what I'm saying? Then she come in, boom, boom. And then
that'd be dope. That'd be especially since we're documenting what we do. If we document it and then put the story together, put some visuals together with it when we release it, that should be real dope, real powerful, man.
Right, because that's an interesting take that Q got, because that's kind of like one of the things we was kind of talking about. We wanted to try to talk about the justice side of it, the kicking it side of it, and the I don't know what the other one was. Definitely in my notes, but we trying to trade back 3 or 4 songs. Gonna try to aim at each part of what you're saying, like at the system wise of it, how they profiting off of it. So Yeah. Here in Chicago, there were not too many minorities. I think it's like 2 people here, 2 black people that have one.
Wow. I was reading something the other day about 2 sisters in New Jersey that did a lot to help with the legislation, all the legal ramifications of putting everything in place. And they acting like they're not even trying to hear them as far as being able to get licensed for a dispensary.
No, it's like the NFL shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we ain't gotta listen. Yeah. We ain't gotta listen. Yep. We ain't gotta listen. No.
Oh yeah, we know we locked all y'all up for this.
Right.
But now, oh, we didn't lock you up for it?
Right.
Oh, you still can't get one.
And then don't take it off your record.
Still can't get one. Nah.
Then don't snatch it off the record either. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep that. We're gonna leave that sitting there and shit. Okay.
Everybody should have been let out the day these motherfucking laws started passing.
But just to be clear, I do smoke the product. I just don't pay for
it. Wow.
I was waiting for you to say that you put in on it, like you got a partnership. But,
but that's interesting though, Q, because here we would, I was doing like little edibles and stuff like that. So the 3 women I had, they tried to get me to be the front man of it because of the things that come along with it. The minority vote. You know what I'm saying? We get funding, Yeah. I just didn't feel comfortable, being, just like I'm asking for a handout, all that stuff. But that's the way we want to try to approach it if we did make that big step toward it. But
that's beautiful.
I'm glad that,
That's interesting. You said that, Damon. Like, do we have to get past that kind of internal stigma of asking for the handout?
You should not be afraid to ask for handout.
Who's afraid to ask for the handout? Black folks?
No, I'm saying, like, I'm speaking to me personally. Like, I'll cut every finger on my hand before I ask you for a pair of gloves if you look a certain way, yo. Like, you're not right or wrong. I'm not giving you the satisfaction of feeling like I needed you.
Okay.
We can tease that. Okay.
It's good pride, but I'm like, obviously, you've never had to stand in that damn public aid line.
Woo!
It is.
You ain't lying, boy.
I haven't.
I haven't. Whole asking for a handout,
for my daughter.
That shit been thrown out the window.
Straight up. It be like
I'm not, which is cool. But like, again, speaking for me personally, like I know pride is the devil. The thing it got a hold on me. Pride is the devil. So I recognize that about myself. I'm trying to get better about it. But something as simple as I was telling my wife, we was in Aldi's the other day, like catching some groceries or whatever. And this dude walked in that had on a shirt that said, "You stand for the flag and kneel for the fallen." And the first thing that came out of my mouth, I don't know this dude from Adam. I don't know what his experiences are. I told my wife, I wish I had a Kaepernick jersey on. Just for the conflict, just for that immediate conflict. Dude turned out to be nice as heck. I'm like, I may or may not have made my cart a little wider in the aisle, so he had to ask to get by me. It may or may not have been intentional, but the bottom line is, he was like, excuse me, sir, you mind if I squeeze by? And like, it was like, I felt bad. And I'm like, I gotta get out of that. You know what I mean? Like, his shirt doesn't make him a bad person.
Yeah.
So, but again, that's my. I'm just acknowledging that I have a problem. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I'm saying I got a problem.
It could be territorial though, because what I learned about, like, when we go to Michigan, if you stranded on the side of the road, somebody gonna stop and say, "Do you need help?" You know what I'm saying? If you walking up the road, somebody, "Hey, you need a ride to the next In Chicago, we running right past. You know what I'm saying? So
running past and gonna hit the puddle and splash your ass.
right on purpose. Make you get out the street, jump on a curb. You know, so a lot of times you don't have to ask for handouts in certain places and stuff like that. So yeah, you definitely going shit. I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting. Very interesting.
I'm sorry, bro. You sound asking for handout.
He say he gonna cut all his fingers off, boy. You gonna be nubby.
PPP loan, and you talking about asking for handouts.
Right. I mean, like, damn. Then you get some shit, you can't even hold on to it. Then you don't have no fingers and shit.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, nah. But we gonna get him out of that. We gonna get him that. So what's going on with this snake pit? You look at you. You just the snake pit that came out of nowhere.
Yo,
Unless I don't follow them though.
It's crazy.
They hit me up, like they decided for the end of their first season they was gonna do this tournament, right? So I apparently I was the first person to win a week where they had more than 15 people enter. So they gave me like this King Cobra designation or whatever, right? So it came with a couple of snakes. They sent me some merch. And then, you know, so like the next week I was like, well, shoot, I'm gonna do something again just to kind of be, you know, like right is right, you know what I mean? So I did something else, but not knowing I wore the merch they sent me. So they gave me another snake because I was the first person to submit a verse wearing snake pit merchandise. So I was like, well, shoot, I'm gonna do another one the next week just to, you know, kind of keep it rolling. And then like I didn't do some for a minute and I did another one and then that was kind of it. So like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, they started a group chat and they included a bunch of us in it. And they was like, we're going to do the first tournament. You all have been selected as competitors. So if you're interested, let us know. And I posted in the GRYSKLL drink, like, yeah, this was a surprise or whatever. So, but I was like, yeah, I'll do it. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with any of them. You know what I mean? Even though they, you know, like all the, I think we talked about this before, even though there's kind of those factions, I'm like, yo, I'm cool with all y'all. Like, I don't know any of y'all for real anyway. So I don't have a problem with any of y'all. So if somebody asks me to be in something, cool, as long as it's not going to hurt me. But one of the things we clarified up front was, what is it? You know what I mean? Is it like bars or is it, you know, going at people trying to be disrespectful? Because you know my stance on that. If I got to talk about people's families or whatever, I'm out. And they was like, you know, it's about bars. So I was like, yeah, I'm in. You know what I mean? So they kind of put their like the brackets together, and I ended up going with like Jimmy Vegas in the first round. So yeah. So but that, you know, that was what that was. They was kind enough to reach out. I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
On to round 2, Jimmy Vegas, no problem.
Yeah, I think he's interesting, man, because he's got a real interesting style. So I don't know him well enough to know what to expect.
He has what? Look at you, man. Quite the diplomat, man. You the quarterback, man. You and Bruce Wayne. Come on now, Jimmy Vegas. I don't even think he has a song out.
Nah, he's got some stuff out.
Oh, he does.
He's got some stuff out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's active, yo. He does. Are you
talking about me?
Nobody. We talking about somebody on Instagram. But he does it. Everybody say hey. You say hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Peace.
Everybody waving.
Yes, but I want to say I'm 4.
Tell them.
I'm 4.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Right.
Oh. So Kareem, you never thought about getting in any of these?
Huh?
You never thought about getting in any of these snake pits? And
I mean, I've thought about it, but nah, not seriously. No, like I'm not interested. Like,
Max Pace, no.
That might be my pride again too. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I got challenged.
Can I ask why you're not interested, Kareem?
Like I guess because I'm older, I guess, and I feel like how can I put it? Like I'd I'd rather fuck pussy than jack off.
Okay, I hear you, loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear.
I'm not even submitting my verse now, and I'm done battling, yo. Wow.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Like, my bad.
Nah, I'm playing, B. I'm playing, but that's true. But I was telling Alex, so you know, amnesty hour, right? I told y'all I was gonna rewrite that joint. I called Alex, like, yo, you know, there's a line in here that I want to use. I think it's kind of questionable. So, you know, it's funny when you say older, like some stuff I'd be like, man, I might not be able to really get that off.
Say one about famous.
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, nah, but that.
Man, I'm sorry.
No. That, hey.
Take that out.
Oh, I'm gonna cut it off, man. But it's important.
Nah, man, that got to stay.
Look,
I agree.
No, that's the joint that's gonna make everybody watch this joint. That's the joint.
That's the name of the episode. What you talking about?
Episode, you get on, man.
You gotta
say some shit.
You gotta start it off with a little blurb of him saying that, and with no context, and then we see it.
Yeah,
eventually.
that's the name of the episode, yo. That is the name of the episode.
I'd rather.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode.
Nah, we ain't gotta do it, Cream. If you want it out, you know we take it out, man.
Nah, man, dude. I said it. I didn't say it.
I'm telling you, start it off with just that line right there. Start it off and then cut into the episode and then let it just come in so the context is, I mean.
Catch all that later.
That's classic, yo. That's classic.
Hey, come on, that's cheating, man. You left me on camera. You get to laugh and jump off camera. I'm sitting there trying to stop myself. I'm like, yo, I need to leave the room.
You already know, right? I was like, that's exactly why. Okay. It's not a game. It's not a game. I hear you.
Nah, man. I just want to say I just love this group, man. I'm looking forward to doing more music, and I'm excited, man. That's all, man.
But it makes me think about, though, like the Snake Pit in reference. It seemed the way they got started, it got little by little, they worked it into something. Mm-hmm. But like, what's the end game? Does it come with like merch? And that's what I was thinking. Like I know he was talking about having like ReelRhymes. Like I think ours should be kind of something different because the Tariflex joint, it was like 22 weeks.
Yeah,
Kareem, it was like 22 weeks. We do every verse, every week of verse and stuff like that. But my man hasn't. It's for a mixtape. You win a slot every week. But my man he's only announced 6 weeks. The contest was over in like September.
I did the first year. And still ain't heard the mixtape from the first year.
Still ain't done it. But his page gets that generation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he tricked us. I'm just saying his page has followers. Like my gal followed him, my gal's sister followed him, my cousin followed him. Now they still following him because they still looking for that announcement. Like, man, who making a mixtape? You know, Damon and Brizzy, you know, it's almost gimmick-ish where I don't want ours to be nothing like that. No offense to them and what they're doing is good. They got followers. So now he's only coming out with his projects now. For the last couple of months, it's just been his projects. But we all get that in our feed because we're following and listening and looking. But we're not getting our mixtape. Like you said, you was on the first year and the mixtape still ain't came out. It's a good one. Not that I fell for it, but it was fun. You know, but now I'm more toward like what Kareem is saying. Cause I'm like, okay, that was fun, but where is the business side of it? You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what was promised. Now Snake Pit, a t-shirt, Johnny Griffith from Jersey, you know what I'm saying? He did it the first couple of weeks, having get started. You know, and they sent him a rubber band, but we talked and he's like, okay, I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? For merch. But now it's turned into something else because Timeflex is with him at this point. So I'm just saying, like, if we ever do something, I think I should come with like some more validative type of something. Like, man, you might win a song with Kareem or 16 bars real hard that we can, and you get an NFT out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like something like you saying, you know, right? Because
that sounds good.
Don't get me wrong, that's nice, but
so they do like they've gotten to the point where they're giving away wave leases. They've had some weeks where they've given away
I did see that.
So they're definitely doing something tangible.
Okay.
And I applaud them. You know, like it's I know, speaking from experience, it's not easy to run something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you got if we're gonna be honest, there's different calibers of MCs on the internet, and we kind of all have found each other, right?
Right.
You know, we through ReelRhymes or Time Flex, or matter of fact, didn't I tell you about Time Flex?
Yeah, I was just thinking the 22nd week. That's how the 22nd week. My last bar, my verse was when the Dow brought me into this, so that's who I'm chilling with. Like a brand new whip pulling out of the dealership. I'm on my 8 Mile shit. I pop a dock and I finish shit. I'm gone. That's how I ended. I gave you your props for bringing me into this thing, and I'm gone. Now I'm off and running to, like, I'm ready to get some music out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And what I appreciate about all of it is, like, again, like, you know, Show Rock, right? I heard Show Rock on something like that. I'm like, he's nice. Right. Follow. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what it is for me. There. You know, like Pod by Den, High Sunday Music out in California. Like, to me, it's more about the networking opportunities. Like the Snake Pit Cats, they've definitely taken to the people that support them, and they're doing songs with a lot of those people. You know what I mean? And I respect that. So, you know, to me, it's kind of twofold, right? I'm trying to throw my name in the hat and have somebody like, yo, homie could spit, but I'm not really looking for anything more than that from it. And I know on a lot of those, how I rhyme or what I consider to be dope isn't necessarily what they're looking for at that time. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's all about putting my foot in the water, checking the temperature, but building that relationship, and then kind of leaving it. But you know, I would definitely put my energy into like a Felipe's Garage, for instance. But I feel like I know them dudes personally. Irv, I do cook. You know, so if I'm a put real energy into something, it would be.
I think that's where you excel at. You go across the aisle. I think that because the other half of that Snake Pit, the guy with the long hair,
Reballing, yeah,
right. He followed me, like he always in my stuff like that. But the other, I forget that.
There's a dog.
There's a dog. Yeah,
the reason that he's
not so much
because she's working with him, right?
Yeah, I like again, and actually, Reballing is the person. Like he sent me a message like, "Yo, it'd be dope to have you hop in." That's all it took. I was like, say no more, you know, let me catch a beat. And they just happened to do a big pun beat. I'm like, right up my alley.
Hell yeah, man. Shit, wear it out, though. That's I'm with you. 1000%, man.
Yeah, but I do also recognize, like, you know,
you got that name too, that one to dial, like you got the name like for that. Like
I mean,
let's go, bro. Shit. I love it, man. I love it. No.
But like I said, like
rhymes. Then that's, I mean, what we gonna do with it? Then that's actually a great segue of talking about like what we want. What do we want out of ReelRhymes? What do we want? What do we want to get out of it? What do we want to give with it? Like, I guess first off, what do we expect to receive ourselves? Like, Bear, I think you kind of in the lead with it, or you've been kind of the one taking care of it right now. Do you have a vision for it in your head?
Not right now, no.
Because
right now it's on some old. If y'all do something, if I catch it out there, y'all remix somebody real, I try to grab it and post it on ReelRhymes, but I don't really have a full vision for it yet.
Yeah, me neither.
And right now, it just looked like I think we was talking about maybe a few months ago. It might end up being seasonal because we just ain't
that's
really
right.
on
We
it
did
like
say
that right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I would say spring into summer.
Yes.
Is probably a good time. You know, and I think you know we could do a number of things. You know, we could do again. Shirts don't really cost anything to make. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know if I want to get to the point where we kind of keeping score necessarily.
Yeah.
But you know, we could even do like you were saying, Damon, you know, here's a beat, or here's a verse from whoever.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, kind of rock like that. Because I think what would be interesting about ReelRhymes is, depending on who hops in, like, you know, it could be you know, are we maybe even going the opposite way, like, yo, what do you think about doing a feature for us?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I was thinking along those lines, like maybe that's a way of inducting them into a certain segment of the GRYSKLL world where, like, you've earned a spot here and you're going to be in our pool of people we're going to reach out to collaborate with, and, you know, we're going to look to try and help you build your shit up too. Something where it's like really community based, where we give people, you know, there's a benefit that you get from it. There's also something, you know, it's symbiotic. It's something I was saying. That's part of what I was thinking with Damon's idea. I think I was thinking the same thing. No, I don't think. I was thinking the same thing about giving an NFT to certain people, just to, like, yo, this is your membership card. This is how you get access, or this is your proof that you're a member. You get this NFT.
That's tough, right?
Yeah. And then I've been thinking about the different benefits that NFT holders would get from us. Like, you know, we could have private discourse, private chats, private events and stuff that we have going on, maybe early access to music, access to, when you start dumping content to Patreon, you automatically get a VIP membership to Patreon. I'm sorry, shit, you got some ideas?
Yeah.
No, I have an idea, not necessarily related to that, but you said something that made me think about something I wanted to talk about. It's in my frontal lobe now, so go ahead. But
no, I mean, I was just really spitballing, like, some of the stuff that's been in the back of my mind, but I didn't really hold on to anything. Like, yeah, we should do that. Like, yeah, we should do that. But it's just ideas, and I'd much rather, you know, like, it be something that's not something I push, because I'm not, like, really looking to manage something like that. I don't know if any of us are, and if it's something that's something that nobody wants to manage, I don't want us to pick it up and make it a thing if it's not something that one of us is really passionate about, or really loves and wants to do, you know, invest that time in. But I do want to find a way, if somebody does want to invest their time in it, I'm fully with, like, trying to help figure it out and trying to help set it up and make sure that it's, you know, they got whatever they need to make it happen. As I'm kind of mad at Kareem, not mad, but I'm sad that Kareem got dropped right now. Perfect. He's glad he's back. So
you might need to turn your mic up a little bit, Shar.
Ideas for ReelRhymes, so I want to make sure that his ideas got brought to the table in case his ideas were something that sparked something, or he's ready to ready to really spit, you know, his idea. I'm talking about Kareem. We just talking about ReelRhymes, bro. We were talking about
Oh yeah. We well, you told him about the ReelRhymes battle.
No, you
what we want, like, trying to decide what we want to do with it, and I was like, I know you had some ideas that you were thinking about. So, and we were talking about how, you know, if none of us wants to manage it or run it or helm it, you know, then we got to really decide how much energy we want to put into it, and I guess the ideas and the motivation will help determine how much energy we put into it. Like, if somebody's really passionate, so, like, if you're really passionate about it and you have some ideas, then teams behind it, and we'll do it. But we want to, you know, get the ideas out there, because none of us had any, like, ideas that anybody's super passionate about yet.
Yeah, like, I just, you know, I just like the hashtag ReelRhymes, and for me it just means you know, real rhymes, like not these gimmicky, not these everybody rappers, you know, real rhymes. And then we thought about, I think it was something T-Bear kind of sparked. I don't remember where it came from, but it was the real rhyme battle. idea, and that was like maybe having like a split screen type situation, and where someone can you know, if they wanted to battle you, they could if they wanted to, or you know, you could leave room for them, or you know, something of that nature. And not really a battle, not a battle in the sense, you know, like more like verses, more like a celebration of dope lyrics.
Like
it's kind of like
almost like that Superbar app.
When somebody goes live, you have to join in. You have to ask them. So you can. So our acts will be joined in, and then okay, you joined in. Now you're in the battle at that point, or the rhyme.
Yeah. Kind of like but I, you know, like I said, I was just
spitballing. Okay,
spitballing, really, yeah.
All right.
But I think where he going is so it don't have to be real time. Like he said, if you get a 1 minute reel, you might do first 30 seconds you spitting, and then you just lead the beat going for the remainder of the 30 seconds, so somebody else can hop in. And pick it up like y'all was talking about, like that. What is it? The 4-bar app or real
4-bar app?
Yeah.
4-bar, yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
4-bar app. Damn.
Yeah. It's some iPhone shit. I know I can't.
I think it's called. I think it's actually called bars.
Yeah, we forgot. I forgot to ask D-Rhymes about that bars. Yeah, I saw that.
He's doing drinks in there too. He's doing drinks in there.
I forgot about that. I got.
You might have to turn your mic up a little bit, Shy.
Oh, really? Is it low?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Test.
Okay.
Better?
All right, that's good.
Okay. I forgot what I was saying now.
I got it too, Kareem, but I never did nothing on there.
Yeah, it's a lot. You have anybody download it?
You did? Didn't you do the Didn't you do the drink with Jada on there?
Yeah, but see, I did everything with no headphones. I can do the headphones now, so it's gonna be a little better.
Okay.
Yeah, but I forgot about that. Yeah, I think I am gonna get on there probably tonight.
Okay.
Just,
one thing I will say,
I remember that joint, yo.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
I think one thing I'll say that's dope about ReelRhymes is it's a great promotional tool for us. It's a great way of just letting people know what our MCs can do and just kind of see, you know, Mr. Drum Machine here.
I was like, yo, I need to sample that, yo. That's perfect time too.
Right.
I know he's a metronome, man. He's a perfect metronome.
Yeah.
I got an idea, like with the ReelRhymes, we could also use it as a way for us to pay tribute to artists that we like. We could be like, you know, maybe show, you know, pay homage to some of our favorite MCs and some of our favorite verses, and we make those the ReelRhyme clips. And like, you know, like that could even be a battle. Like I'm gonna pick a Big Daddy Kane verse and you pick a G-Rap verse, and we gonna see what's what.
G-Rap wins.
That's why I did that. That's why I did that. Yeah.
We finna get
Q, what you say, Q?
Quentin. I think you might be on mute. I think.
What's up?
Yeah, I said like Big Daddy Kane, Coogee Rap. Who you got?
Kane.
Q, we were on the same page for so much, man.
I mean, I love them both, but I take Kane.
Yeah.
I want to see how many weeks we gonna be able to go without somebody bringing up G-Rap. They come up every fucking week, man.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
Oh man.
Look, I still listen to G-Rap. He dropped something like a couple years ago that was pretty dope. He did something with 38 Special.
Yeah, that's dope.
Really?
They did a whole project.
Son of G-Rap.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yes, I did hear that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
38 is very special. Very special. Wow. That is, I do remember that. That's definitely.
But kind of speaking on what you were saying, Kareem. So I think
I like that though.
I shared that that joint with Black Thought and Skills, where they was doing they was doing a battle where
I saw that.
That shit was crazy.
Yo,
you had to start it with another rhyme, like, oh, that's crazy.
So I think that would be kind of something like along the lines of what you were saying for the real rhymes. We could almost incorporate that into kind of like the real rhymes type feel.
That's dope.
That's dope. And that might be a way to make it something that is not just seasonal. If people every once in a while, somebody just hits it with an idea, maybe it's not an idea that comes from us. Maybe somebody that's just in the Real Rhymes community. One of them decides here's an idea, and they pitch the idea. We drop it in there, and we just like, this is the idea for this week or for this month. Everybody come in here and just rock to this concept, or everybody come bring your favorite verses and submit them, and we'll post off whatever verse you say is the best, or maybe your testimony about the verse. Maybe we even get testimony about verses. We could turn that shit into some community shit.
Yeah. I think that would be
community
dope
for GRYSKLL, and then if you graduate from the public community, you become a member of this certain segment of GRYSKLL. There's some ideas we could play with that shit.
Yeah, and like you were saying, if you don't frame it, so top billing, you do the top billing beat. Somebody might come on and do the verse. Somebody else might come on and do the oh man, I remember I was in school and top billing came out, and
right. So
to your point, it's all around top billing, but we don't necessarily limit it to people that can rhyme. Right. Everybody has an experience with that song. Yeah.
All right. Somebody could come just tell a story, and we could put the beat behind it or something like that.
But the beat's there, so you just tell your story on top of it, and you got 30 seconds or a minute or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So but then so I like where you was headed with that, Sean. I think that's a dope way to approach it, and then and more importantly, it doesn't become a management nightmare for us either.
That's the part. That's we need it to be low maintenance and not taken away from what we already trying to do. That's the biggest part. Yeah. Unless we get an intern or somebody who's like really passionate about it, that we know is dedicated and it's gonna be here long term. That's like, I want to run this. Yeah. I think if you get in the habit of posting replay value every week we release, maybe on day 2 or something like that, it'd be good too. So what I want to do is have at least 1 or 2 pieces of content drop a day when we release, just to kind of catch the people that may not have seen it, or just to give people more and more incentive to watch, parts of the episode. I'm not expecting anybody to watch a whole episode, to be honest, but at least people see the parts. I'm putting chapter markers in the episode in the description now, so people can just kind of skim through, like, okay, what do I want to see them talk about? Just skip to that. Not have to watch the whole thing if they don't want to.
So I gotta do some more now. Shoot, I thought I had a good buffer going.
Yep, we on your last week now.
Then we done ramped up and got started putting shows out every week. I'm like, damn.
I see. I think that one like 13 minutes. Then shout to T-Bear for doing it. Like, man, I like it.
Dope. I like it.
Yeah, I did all of them same day. I just kept changing my T-shirt.
Wow. Genius though, man. He dumped me. He gave me content. He's like, here's 4 episodes for you. I was like, oh, that's gold, man.
That's that how first you do week,
it fucked me up because the first week we already had like a 4-hour episode. And I was like, damn, I got told T-Bear's trying to put in the 4 hours. So that's what made me say I got to make sure I do the chapter markers, man. So somebody can go straight to T-Bear's part if they want to, man, and not miss that.
Did anybody else come up with something?
Kareem got a dope.
Kareem got to do his movie.
The zombies.
The zombies. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see you something.
Damon, I got the note for you.
What was mine called?
I started going through this today, as a matter of fact.
I'm about to say it's all in there.
Replay value for T-Bear. Kareem.
Above the Clouds.
You might be a zombie. Damon, you wanted to do what was it? Above the Clouds.
Yeah.
You still want to do it?
Yep.
Okay. And
I got to figure out
what however y'all want to do it. If y'all want to pre-record it and send it in, that's cool. If you guys want to do it live on the show and we just all kind of sit back and ride with you as you do it, that's cool. And Q, I'm glad you on tonight, man, because I was thinking you could really add. I think I told you last week what I thought you could bring to the table, because Q is a digger. He's always digging for new and different shit. And he's very highly opinionated, so he could probably showcase some really dope shit, or help put us on to some really dope shit and tell us why it's dope. If he's interested.
Okay.
I mean, to put you on the spot, cut this out if you feel uncomfortable. You're like, nah, fuck that. So
no. So he's talking about hip hop, like, so I survived the whole hip hop is dead era.
Well, we all
Everybody was talking about hip hop is some bullshit and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, like I haven't listened to the radio since the '90s, so I've always just been looking for good shit to listen to, and so you know a lot of what I've been running across over the years is a lot of these young cats who are actually like talented. I'm not talking about no fucking Migos, none of that shit. I'm talking about, you know, like there's a cat named Cambada. You know, so I'm sure everybody knows Sky Zoo. If not, then you should. You know, but you know, like cats like that, like Saba. I don't know if everybody knows who that is. You know, but you know, like cats like that. Like I've been watching them come up for years. You know what I'm saying? And like. So I'm always like, yeah, hip hop is in a really good spot. It's in a really solid spot. It's actually, there's a lot of shit going on. And what I really appreciate as well is the fact that a lot of these cats now are putting together straight up songs, like musical shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like a full, like, all right, we got a verse here, but then we're gonna have some other shit going right here. And then we're gonna get back into the lyrics, but it's like, it takes you on a journey. You know what I'm saying? So you can actually see with like the picture that they're painting. So a lot of that shit is what I'm always looking for. And I, you know, I dig, I do whatever I got to find some new shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person, like I'll just I'll see a horrible album cover and be like, all right, that looks interesting. Let me check it out. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that was my long-winded.
That's long at all. That's perfect. That's a big addition, right?
You ain't typing it in the thing, man.
Oh shit! Right.
Put it in the notes.
Right. You got to type and talk at the same time.
I'm not a good. This is why we don't have notes for any of these meetings, because I get so caught up in the conversation, I forget about it.
You can just put Q dot. It just makes it easier.
All right. What you have do you have any ideas? Anybody got names on a name for ideas for the segment, or we just want to figure it out later on?
For which segment? For yours?
Whatever Q's going to bring for just kind of putting us on the new artists or different artists.
Well, you just go with the code name. The kids are all right for now.
That's dope.
I like that.
That's dope. Hell, that's dope as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
very good.
Already bringing it. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So dial tone, huh? Yeah, I forgot all about that. I was looking like, word, I ain't on the list. Then I saw that. I was like,
I came up with the name last week or the week before on the episode. We were talking about something. I forgot what it was. I was like, damn, when a dial, when he gets in on this little segment, it's kind of like a dial tone. You hear him pick up or whatever. I was like, yo, it's him, his little piece. Dang. He does this regularly. I forgot what it was that we saw. You remember what it was? No? Okay. Well,
I like that.
Anything today, so sorry, no confirmation.
That's all right. I'd take it. Even though it's confirmation.
Well, I was thinking it kind of goes along with your personality on social media, as a matter of fact. You know how you're the ambassador, you're always Bruce Wayne and you know, you had all.
I think that's dope, yo. I like it. I'm with it. And the funny thing, I was looking like, I don't remember saying that. So yeah, I'm with
that. I made it up today.
Perfect. I'm in. Yeah, that works. I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking at that like, yo, I said that? I heard, okay. I did put some thought to this.
No, it's just the thing I was going to pitch to you whenever we had a chance to go through this. I didn't even plan on going through this tonight, to be honest. But
damn, that's
kind of, yeah. You can kind of like, maybe you can tell us who to follow, because you like the ambassador, like, you know,
exactly.
Tell us who to follow and what post to check out to pull us in. Or
that's
something
what
like
you've
that.
been doing anyway.
Right, that's what he does. Exactly. So you ambassador that way, man.
And even if I don't know what kind of time you got or whatever, if you decide you want to do something special with it, like, okay, well, I'm gonna have them send me a little introduction or something, or maybe we throw a little introductory video, or maybe you just pick a reel that you want to send me that's really dope, and we just throw that reel in for a couple seconds so somebody can see what they do, how they get biz or something.
All right.
However you want to do
figure
it.
out.
Ideas or
right.
The drink from the garage that got me was They got to ring to it, throw in the towel, no one to dial up, George Floyd, my knee on your neck, nigga, your time's up.
Oh yeah.
That one, and then who ninth wondering about your punishment, scary nigga, you ran into some shampoo nigga in charge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wow. Those two, I was like,
quit playing. Yeah. I also threw some gas on the fire in the Patreon. Because once I went to the Patreon and a couple of cats had actually voted for me. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. So I felt like, man, since they voted for me, I can't like not show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. So I threw a little gas on the fire, man. You might see that.
I ain't even been in the Patreon. I
loved it.
Like I said, my whole thing, I would have preferred that they waited a week and let you really record your drink.
But that's okay, because I like the outcome. Like the votes for me mean that they kind of like fucking with me. They wanted to hear something. Like we was listening to it. They felt kind of deflated a little bit. Like, damn. I know they felt deflated because you was up here and I was down here with the sound quality and all that stuff. So they still have yet to get to that big old boom of it.
Done.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think they got the satisfaction. It's kind of like the Tyson and Holyfield fight. The shit was
it's not. Like even as a person in it, like I was like, yo, this is not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like it. Like I feel like I put a lot of work into that joint, yo. Like I said, I counted how many bars you did to Neeks, and then I purposely went 4 bars over what you did to Neeks. It just happened to match. That's where the second hook came in. But that was absolutely a part of my plan. I was like, yo, it's supposed to be 16, so this could backfire. But I had already like, yo, he did 28. I'm doing 32. And because in my head, I said he's going to do at least 28. And then when I heard the break, I'm like, all right, he probably won't rhyme over the hook. So that's why I said, oh, look, we at the hook. Because I was like, yo, I'm going through the joint. But it was calculated. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, it was a gamble, but to me, it's worth taking. Because I could have took some of that stuff and chopped it down to get it inside that.
We like, at the hook, we at the intro. I'm like, man, is this the One to Dial song? Like, man, you got the intro played, then he came through the hook. I'm like, wow. I thought Tobias was gonna come in and I thought it was the Black Mav joint. Dang, man. I'm like, wow, Sneak Attack. I thought you had me on the whole Sneak Attack. I'm like, wow.
Dope cinema, though.
It was. It really was.
To be honest, my whole thing was I initially my first verse was 16. You heard Cook say, he was like, yo, you might have lost with that first one. And initially I was like, yo, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I went back after you said something about knocking me out when Herb was on. Now I gotta cut you. But again, that pride, yo, like.
Yeah, setting up for One to Dial to kick his ass next week.
No, not that. When Herb was on, we was talking. He was like, "Yeah, they just gonna come."
Oh, okay.
Because Sha was like, I wasn't even gonna repeat it. I was just gonna let him hear it in the episode. And like that's keep
right. I got
it was all about poking and prodding. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I got to get him at his best, but I got to have him thinking. And the whole time, I'm like, all right. Again, I can't meet you at your energy, so I'm already down there. So I got to do something to beat your energy.
Right.
Well, if he comes with 28 and we got the same energy, I'm at a disadvantage. So I got to go further than that. All right. Punchlines. What punchlines do you use, and what's going to be understood easily? What stuff might land with him but won't really register with a bunch of other people?
Yes.
You know,
yes, you definitely. Yes, I hear you loud and clear. I didn't know you thought that, but yes, you definitely.
Yeah, so it was like
definitely.
The whole thing was a strategy, and it was all a gamble.
You know I forgot who was in the room with me, but they was like, he flipping your songs. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Once I heard Last Supper, I'm like, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
The mother was taught to love my little brother. That's the reason I'll make this one time your last supper. Yeah. But the funny thing is, you did the little brother shit early in your verse. So I was like, damn. You know what I mean? So it was wild, you know what I mean? But
I was gonna try to beat you to that, yeah.
Did you catch the chokehold line?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Say it.
So I said, shit, I don't even remember it, yo. Damn.
I know this shit got complex.
Yes. Yes.
That Randy Moss shit. When you got into that Randy Moss and all that, all the letters, I was like, yo, I'm lost.
Oh man.
I mean,
yo, so I said, in my clutches you feel despair when that chokehold latch and you gasp to get more air in. Green light, put that one dot between the gap and squeeze the uvula, neck back and medulla.
That shit was hot. That shit was crazy.
But did you get it? Do you get it?
Go ahead. Tell me. Let's go.
So think about a chokehold, right? If I put you in a chokehold, you gasp to get more air in. So when you open up, kind of the gap. So I put that one dot between the gap to squeeze through your uvula. So when the shot come out, your mouth is open, through the gap, hit you in your uvula, then your neck back and medulla. So
wow.
That is so much for somebody to get.
Wow.
But,
yeah, I heard that loud and clear.
I was like, yo, he might get it, even if nobody else does.
Yes. That's neuroscience. That's all neuro. Yes. I heard you loud and clear. I do remember that.
I was like, yo, I got it. But it was all like, all right.
That line alone, that's when you was in your groove. You was in your groove right there.
You know what's fucked up?
So, what?
One thing with Cook, when you said that Cook said, yo, if you had just stuck with the first verse, you might not have won. When he said that, I was like, oh shit. Because I thought back about it, I was like, oh, this was in the part of the rhyme that came after the hook.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't?
It was in that first part, yeah.
Okay.
The stuff I added, so did you get the death drawn at the start?
Mm-mm.
So what the hell?
Go ahead.
He wanted to do this last week, so I'm glad we get a chance to really do this.
Yes, we do. The good thing he has my lyrics too. So
I only wrote down your joints that like I was like, oh shit. So I didn't write your whole drink, but the joints that landed, because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I did the same thing with Alex's drinks. I'm like, damn, that shit was kind of ill.
But this is Batman. You are so Bruce Wayne, bro. You just
detective,
don't. Man. Yes.
Batman's a detective.
Yes.
Batman knows how to kill Superman. He's about the only person you could think of that might successfully be able to kill Superman.
Yes. Because like Cook said, you know, he stabbed you and then he go around you and then he stab you again. He look at you. That's the style. I get it. Yes. He broke it down.
So I said, what you spit barely registers in my ear, going deaf. In other words, I guarantee that you're going to lose here.
Mm.
So going deaf, lose your hearing, guarantee that you're going to lose here.
Okay.
I was like
losing ear. Okay, all right.
Like, you're going to lose your hearing. So HEAR versus HERE, but going deaf, I guarantee that you're going to lose here. So, but again, like a lot of them, I'm like, yo, this technically proficient, probably not really going to really register with a lot of people, but it was.
You ever thought about paying somebody on Fiverr to do a lyric video for you?
Oh,
I wish I was good enough to love doing it that much that I could do that for you. I think your rhymes deserve lyric videos.
Yes. That's a heavy idea for Dow. Yes.
So the heat rise every 4 bars meet his demise. That was the reason I want 4 more than 28.
Wow.
I said heat rise every 4 bars meet his demise. So if I do 20, I'll take 5 of this cat's 9 lives. So when I was thinking about it, but doing trying to get that in the 32 wasn't going to work. So I was like, all right, 20 makes sense from a lyric standpoint, but I'm going 4 more than his 28. I'm gonna just have to ride with it. It's either going to work or it's not. But that was all. Again, nobody else gets this shit, but it's kind of what like what kind of gets me go. Like
that's what gets you going.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that's why like when I you know, I hit you up in a second, like, yo, when you said this in Last Supper, like that shit resonated with me. You know what I mean? But I do that with everybody, yo. If I hear something, I'm like, yo, what the fuck was you on when you came up with that? And all your stuff for me is just stuff that's just like, you know, would you say got shot, went back to work, clocking in like, fuck it, ain't even hurt.
Right.
Nigga, what? Nigga, what? Nah, how, B?
Right.
So, you know, the stuff
you're preparing for that type of effort and interest in the battle. You would, but I knew that you would go long. I knew that you would go long though. I knew I did play against the amount of time that you would go.
And I probably wouldn't have until the last session, like the what you knock whatever you said. I was like, I gotta outdo him somehow. So that's exactly where it came from.
This is fun. This is
yeah, you did.
But it was
poking that night.
All gamesmanship. You know what I'm saying? It was all gamesmanship.
So you did a good job prodding them that night. You really pushed them buttons that night.
Oh yeah, I was pushing his buttons. I was all over you that
But the funny thing about it is when you feed into that, like a part of that is like, all right, give them the false sense of security. Like, all right, you know, so you know, like the whole even the whole rhyme, like I was cracking up, he was like, hey, so how'd you start it? Tell me your first line. Like in my head, I'm like, yo, that shit is so freaking clever that it's hilarious.
Right.
But I almost want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I almost want to do it just to be like, yo, you can have this. It's not going to help you. You know what I mean?
And I stopped because I knew it was going to sound terrible. I stopped that wherever I stopped because the chorus came in. I knew it was going to sound terrible, but I had more to do.
I don't doubt that. I'm telling you.
I had more to do.
He gave Meeks 28. I'm getting at least 28.
I had more. I definitely had more.
I know you did. I know you did.
I definitely had more.
You gave Meeks 28. I'm like, yo, this whole thing was calculated.
Yeah.
Like, it was from the jump. So I knew.
The only thing I wasn't ready for was him saying, be ready Sunday fucking night, Sunday morning or something. I'm like, wait, what?
I was out with my family. We was at the mall or something. He's like,
that's what fucked me up.
We need him in the morning. I was like, now I had the advantage of being able to come home and record, but I didn't even think about that might not be an option for you. So when they started talking about the quality, I'm like, yo, I wish they would have just waited because it didn't even feel.
Sorry, that.
That's okay, baby.
Right. I shouldn't have sent nothing in. That's what I should have did, but I didn't want to play that role. I shouldn't send nothing in, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, but it was a letdown in some ways, yo, because it was like, yo, we gassed it up, and then for you to not be able to give.
You hold the back.
It's okay because people still voted for me. That's
right.
It was at least 4 people. I don't know, 3 or 4, 2, 3, even one person voting for me. Like, man, nah. What's that?
It'd have been a lot closer though if everybody could have heard the content of your rhyme. Because like I really went back and listened a few times so I could hear it. A lot of people ain't gonna do that. So they're like, okay, dude, his voice sounds good, but they couldn't hear what you were saying. I think, yeah, like she's saying, it definitely they didn't give them something to really fairly judge.
Yeah.
And so I say, man, round 3.
Round 3, let's go.
Round 3. Round 1 was fair because everybody could hear both y'all rhymes clearly. Right. That was a fair close. Almost round 2 we can count as a.
Nah, I don't think it was. The result would have been the same, but I'd rather have heard what he said. That's all I'm saying.
We gotta see what they gonna do with it.
Right. We could do round 3 on here and see what them.
I know we can do it, but I was just curious because I've been waiting on the show to drop all damn day.
It didn't drop. Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
They even promoting it. I'm like, but the damn show ain't dropped. What the hell? I'm like, I know I paid the bill.
Right. I mean, have you counted the votes yet? I know that
counted.
I didn't even look at them because I looked at a couple of them and like one comment was like, wow, the quality, and I'm like, quality shouldn't be.
They literally they just posted the shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know,
Like,
quality.
literally 2 minutes ago.
I think you were down 2 votes.
That's cool. I don't have no problem losing.
No, I'm just bullshitting.
I was trying not to.
You hear his voice go up. Oh, that's cool. Oh, nah.
No, like on the real, I honestly believe
if I get these votes, if I get these votes, that'll be crazy. Look out now. Ooh, look out.
If they do the brackets, I think it'll be me and
the
you.
brackets is a good idea. That's fun. That'd be fun.
So, and like I said, hook or crook, I'm done anyway. Unless Aaron steps up and I happen to win, I'll do Aaron. But I'm like, I was.
You can't stop now. You got the snake pit. You got this going. That's the number one. You have the number one at the top of your name.
I'm not writing a rhyme every week for the rest of the year just to write a rhyme every week for the rest of the year, fam. I'm not doing that. If we do a bracket and then it comes into a bracket, I'm with that. But
some of these cats ain't gonna take that much effort, is what I'm saying. I mean, Jimmy
not gonna take any effort at all.
Excuse me for saying, Jimmy Vegas is not gonna take you that much effort, but you can get him. But like, I see what you're saying. Like he's way or something like that. I don't know what you giving him more credit on you that he can bring to you to compete. I think it's totally different MC. I think you got him 1,000%.
I don't think MCing really matters. That's my point.
Okay.
I don't think MCing is the end all be all. And when that's the factor.
So you think he can get you with a dance or some swag or a shoot?
First off, he can rhyme. He can flow. But secondly, again, even the first one I submitted, all of that NCSI stuff, I'm like, yo, if people don't watch the show, this shit is a fucking waste. To me, I'm like, yo, Gibbs and Abby pull up in the caddy truck.
But in the cab.
Yo, but if people don't watch the show, that shit is pointless. And even
that's crazy.
That's kind of my thing. It's like, you know, it.
Well, then you said something about motherfucker to J. Rule keep it clean.
Oh, J. Rule come clean in the bathtub scene.
This guy is insane. Yeah. $1 is insane, y'all. He is insane. These lyrics are triple entendre. I mean, there has to be another level to these lyrics that you discovered a line to stay under and jump up and, like he said, jump up and stab you. Because you keep at a pitch where you know when you're gonna poke your head out. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, when I write, I'm leading up to something. I know what I want to say. Like with DJ Imperial, I wanted to say keep the change. All I knew in my head, I wanted to end with keep the change. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit him with that. Like,
and you damn sure did.
Right, but that it makes sense because your song was out at the same time. Like keep the change. So I'm like, boom, keep the change or whatever. But with you planning on the fourth verse, on the first bar, I'm gonna hit him here, and then from here to here. So I give yourself a lot more credit than what Jimmy Vegas, from what I've seen Jimmy Vegas do. I mean, it's mostly freestyle, and even when he does freestyle, I mean, you don't understand. We watch these things. I
get it.
And we laugh and we giggle. And some people are funnier than others. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this straight now. I just don't see him being on a intricate level where it can be like a battle. I get what you're saying. He can bring something else. He can hit you with something else. But if they're not understanding what you're putting out there, then you can possibly be voted. I get what you're saying.
Intricacy could hurt.
Right. I get what you're saying.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It could hurt. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Regardless.
Right.
Yeah, regardless of how complex it is, you know.
Right.
That could actually hurt. I'm not a, you know what I mean? I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I can't really go to that point that might resonate with a lot of cats. So I gotta, you know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? I'm not no super thug. I shot up the block. You know what I mean? Saw your mom, she was hot. Told her to take all this. Like, nah, that's not my lane. So, you know what I mean? You know, but.
Peace, your boy, the most fabulous T-Bear 183, running it back with you with more joints that got that good replay value. I got two of them for you today. The first one, they both by the same person. Damu the Fudgemonk, His Abyss. This one, 10-inch job. You know, I was a little salty about this one because what I ordered was Hiss. Hiss stands for how it should sound. I was ordering like Hiss volume 4, 5, and 6, I think. What showed up was Hiss Abyss in a 10-inch. The other one was like a 12-inch, the whole album. But I wasn't disappointed though. So this one, it's all beats, it's all instrumentals, and if anybody ever listened to Damu the Fudgemonk, you know your boy get down on whatever he working with at the time, whether it's an MPC, whether it's the SP1200. My man go and he digs and he finds the dope old school drums that we love. He finds dope chords and horn sounds and whatever it is. It's jazzy, it's funky, it's upbeat, it's even down tempo, it's whatever it is, but it's just dope. So this is a dope listen, and it's not one of them I go back to in the car because I haven't ripped it to MP3. I only got it on wax, but I've used it, I've done blends with it, I just let it play in the background. It's just that dope. It's something that I listen to quite often. And why? It's just because it's just funky. It's funky, it's a groove, it's something I can just let it ride, and like I said, I'm never disappointed. Always sounds good, always clean. The production style is just phenomenal. Damu is one of them wizards on the boards, man, and it's just somebody you really got to get into. So check it out, Damu the Fudgemonk, His Abyss. And keeping it with the Damu, this joint here, the conversation piece. They let my man into the vaults, the KPM. KPM do a lot of library records, do a lot of, they got like a lot of music from like soundtracks to old TV shows, 70s shows, and what have you. So they let my man in the vaults, let him get down, let him sample it. Sort of like how they let Madlib do for that Blue Note album he did back in, I don't know, early 2000s. We might talk about that one later. But this joint here, and it's not long. You know, at first that kind of threw me for a loop that it ain't really that long. It's only like, what, maybe 9 joints on here, I think. But it's not a disappointment at all. At all. And he got the usual suspects. Like I said, if you mess with Damu, you know who he gonna go to. Usual suspects. Raw Poetic. He got a joint he rhyming on there himself. Oh, did I mention that Damu rhymes? Oh yeah, Damu rhymes as well. And he ain't no slouch neither. You know, my man's get down a little bit, but it's more flowing. You know, he just flowing on the beat. It just is what it is, you know. Not so much we into it for the content, but we into it for the fact that he just putting dope words together. They rhyme and they go well with the beat, being more of an instrumental to the track. Ooh, excuse me. Instead of, you know, trying to present a subject, the topic matter. Anyway, he stick it and keep it with the good old-fashioned boom bap. And that's what we here for. That's what I'm here for. But anyway, man, like I said, usual suspects. Raw Poetic, Insight, another dope MC producer out of Boston, I believe. He show up, drop some stuff. Blue, oh my God, Blue. We know Blue from what? West Coast, LA fame. He get down with him. Man, there's a girl. What's a girl named Nitty Scott? She got a joint on here that's dope. Man, you know, it doesn't disappoint, like I said. And we coming through with like more jazzy samples, but not too jazzy. We come in with more of the old school boom bap drums. We coming through with nice string arrangements. When the last time you heard somebody talk about string arrangements on a hip hop album? But we got it. You know, we got good horns on here. We just got good everything. Good dope vibes. You can put this one in the car and ride. And it's just a vibe. You know what I'm saying? It help you take that stress off your mind, and we just keep it moving, you know? So, another one. Go get this one. If you can't find the physical copy, go ahead and purchase the MP3. You know, my man got a Bandcamp. I'm sure you could catch it on Amazon or iTunes. Do they still got iTunes, or is it just Apple Music? Whatever. You know, go find it. Pay the money. Put some money in my man's pocket so he can feed his kids or his wife, or get more equipment, or fill the gappers he got. I'm sure he got gaps in his shelves that need filling too. Help my man fill his gappers so he can bring you some more of that funky music. You know, don't stream it. But purchase the joints. Purchase the joints so my man's can actually get paid. This is worth it. You will listen to it over and over and over again. You know, few times a week, few times a month. You're gonna come back to this one right here. It's just that good, and y'all need to check it out. All right.